Well, hello there. It's that time again. Yes, it is indeed. Time for the blog that truly blazes here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon of the Super Bowl, February the 5th of 2017. And as usual, I'm going to go over the energies of the end of last week's reading, what we're coming into now, and of course, always most interesting for us, what lies ahead of us at the end of the upcoming week. So do stay tuned. Indeed, very interesting ride. That's right. The first card is the last card of the previous week's reading. Now this card for us was the Aeon, or as it's called in the Rider-Waite Tarot, Judgment. Now this card gets attributed to fire. Fire burns up. It consumes. It transforms. It's a very final condition. So you may have found yourself making final judgments about the past, saying, okay, I'm done with this person. I'm finished with the situation. I don't need these things, these objects, these possessions any longer. Or perhaps there's an attitude or grudge that I carry that I can release now because it's simply outworn. Whatever it was, whether it was mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, you released. You let go. You made some firm decisions. And that frees us. That releases that energy. It could have been something very mundane. Could have been a major thing in your life. But either way, releasing old energy makes room for new things. And as we see in the next card, it can make things come together in a wonderful way. That's right. The card for the present, what we're coming into now, is the Six of Pentacles, or discs, as it's called in my Thoth Tarot. Now this gets attributed to Moon in Taurus and is entitled Success. Now the title is very appropriate. 6 in the Kabbalah is the number of the sun, and the sun is success, freedom, vitality, all these positive, optimistic energies. Moon in Taurus is harvesting, bringing in our resources, marshaling our resources, and getting our harvest, getting what is justly due to us. But it's cool because fire is so expansive, and now everything just kind of coalesces. It comes together. As we see in the star pattern on the card, it all comes together into a ball of energy that just simply attracts what we need to have in our life. Now, of course, this is a very good thing, and quite fortunate because we do have Jupiter going into retrograde starting tomorrow. Now that doesn't mean we're going to have our finances all yucked up for the next 6 months or 9 months or whatever it is. Jupiter goes retrograde. It stays there for a while. Okay? But it doesn't have to be a disaster. It really isn't. It's just not the best time to make, like, say, a Jupiter talisman for wealth. That wouldn't be a good idea. But we can still do prosperity magic, prosperity spells, prosperity prayers, whatever, and get results from those. But do know that things will come together for us this week in a very wonderful way, a very concrete way. You're going to definitely see something positive manifesting as we're coming into this week. And as a result of that, we're on a firm foundation to reach out even further, as we'll see in the next card. That's right. The third and final card, the card for the end of the week, is the Lovers. Now this is a very neat card. This, of course, can be taken very literally. You find a lover, you firm up a relationship, you finalize or formalize a relationship, whatever the case may be. So if you're looking for relationship help or relationship resolution or whatever, you're going to have that towards the end of this week. Now, of course, there's a higher significance to this card attributed to Gemini, the twins. It can be getting in touch with what some people call the higher self, the holy guardian angel, whatever it is you want to term it. It's getting in touch with that higher energy, connecting with it, and bringing it down to earth, communicating with divine source, divine inspiration. So you may find yourself very inspired towards the end of this week. You may find yourself taking things up a notch, another level, which is understandable because, again, the Six of Pentacles, Six of Discs, puts everything together, and having that firm foundation, then we can go ahead and uplift ourselves and go on to bigger, better, and higher things. Now, one thing to note for the end of the week, astrologically, we do have a full moon on Friday, which is going to be a lunar eclipse. Now, again, lunar eclipses aren't something I really play with. I'm not going to tend to want to do a spell or any kind of real ritual on a lunar eclipse. It's generally not really a great idea, just because of the way the energies are during an eclipse. But other than that, full moon is a culmination of things. And then after that, the moon is waning. Energies are decreasing. Good time to get rid of stuff. We'll talk about that more next week. Well, there you go. The blog blazed. You blazed with it. Thanks for watching the blog. Appreciate you. And till I see you next week, many, many blessings.